The last few days are not what you would consider normal for crypto, okay? I'm going to talk about exactly what's happening within the market, and in this video, we're going to be featuring ADA as we look into Cardano and what they're doing, because there are some good things happening that are getting kind of pushed to the wayside and under the rug, if you will, with what we have going on. But we need to talk about what Cardano is doing right now, because I think what we have building is not to be broken, and we're not going to let this crypto crash get into the way of what Cardano has going on. I want to talk about that and also kind of my overall thoughts right now, what the market's doing right here, right now. So for those of you that are watching, welcome back to the channel. If you are new on YouTube, if you're new on X, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Give me a couple minutes of your time, and let's get right into it, okay? The first way we are going to do this is we are going to look into the price action on the day. As you see, the crypto bubbles showing a red day. So we've been stringing them together. This has been a tough week for crypto traders. And as we talk more so about Cardano, we have to kind of focus on the narrative right now that we have ADA, not just Cardano, but the overall market cap is taking a severe hit. Now Cardano down almost 7.5% on the last 24 hours. If we look into this downtrend over the last month or so on CoinMarketCap, you can see falling back since the early part of March, where we were over $1, had that significant pump resulting back from the tweet that Donald Trump sent out. And now, guys, that is a pretty strong downturn as we look at that descending trend line that we have resulted us into a 68 cents price tag here for ADA. So let's talk a little bit about it. Let's go macro for a second. And I want to share with you guys a lot of people that are watching. This may be your first kind of wave of volatility that we've seen in the market in your guys' trading, okay? If you're new, that's awesome. Welcome all new crypto traders. But for those of us that have been around for various cycles, this is something that is welcomed within crypto. Everybody wants to talk about a crash and get emotional when things are going bad. But when we're going up, and Cardano was up 40% in a 24-hour period, even more so than 40%, nobody was panicking. Nobody was getting emotional. Everybody was riding high. And the reluctancy to sell and trade crypto when it's doing well is a very fascinating phenomenon that we do see. But then all of a sudden, we have a few bad days, and then everybody wants to run for the hills, and all of a sudden, the utility of projects gets completely swept under the rug and is to be forgotten about, okay? It's not how it should work, all right? I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto, but I will kind of reiterate my stance on Cardano. It is not broken, okay? This is a severe discount, 68 cents on the chart, and if we date back 30 days, we've just given back everything that we've earned with Cardano being named as one of the features within the strategic reserve, if that would ever come into fruition. Now, taking that with a grain of salt, forget about all that, forget about all the news, the noise. It does not amount to anything unless the price of an asset goes up, okay? So how we're looking at Cardano, how I'm viewing it, I am, a very avid Cardano holder, okay? I don't trade my Cardano, I hold it, and that's something that I've believed in Cardano since I bought it as one of my first cryptos ever, okay? Now, that being said, if we look at Cardano, within a few days ago, you could have had ADA for less than $1, for around $1.10. Now, this is kind of where we look at Cardano. You're getting almost a 30-35% discount at least on the price tag of Cardano. So I can tell you one thing, smart money will start buying crypto once this all plays out, okay? You call it market manipulation, you call it whatever you want. And now a lot of people are blaming this crypto crash on tariffs, on fear, on the macro policies that are affecting the crypto market overall. And I say, fine, we can do that. But I will tell you guys one thing, smart money will be buying crypto very shortly. This is a very much expected correction. Some people will call it a crash. I call it a correction. And I think that despite all of the good news, all of the headlines, all of the major announcements coming out, there's a reason why we're seeing this volatility. People do not believe yet that crypto is here to stay, albeit the government is just kind of pushing it forward, okay? Now, if you've been trading crypto for a long time, this has probably been the best crypto trading environment that we've ever had. Everything pro-regulation-wise, everything from the bottom up is very, very promising for the future of cryptocurrency. But as it stands today, we're left with a bunch of fear, and that is very evident when we look at CoinMarketCap. Fear and greed index is sitting at 17. The overall market cap is down almost 5.5% on the day. Bitcoin trading sub 80,000 for the first time in a long time. Ethereum is under 2K, under 1,900 to be exact, okay? that is something that we do have to understand. And if you are a good crypto trader, you have to be able to accept the bad days, the emotion of the bad days, as easy as you are very easy to accept the good days and all of that emotion of winning, okay? But as it stems back to Cardano, it's not broken, okay? And I agree with this Cardano bull talking about the super trend to $10 is unbroken. And a lot of you guys might chuckle, you might laugh, you might look at a day like we have today where the crypto markets are getting beaten upside the head, and there isn't really any good news, but this is something where this analyst, I think, in my opinion, is right. Now, I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto. I can't give financial advice, but I will tell you that Cardano, albeit they are down over the last 24 hours pretty significantly, I think this is presenting a lot of opportunity within this zone, because I just said it a couple days ago, a week ago, we were trading up over $1 on the charts. So if you are using trading indicators, you're using your tools, your resources to make the best trade possible, this is really no excuse, because this was all the writing on the wall. We've seen the numbers, we've seen the crash coming, and it's just day after day of bloodshed until we start connecting the dots and understand what's happening from the top down, okay? But let's get into the positivity of this all. Signs of Cardano indicating a price trend reversal is what we're seeing coming out of Dan Gambardello, one of the more prominent voices within ADA, suggesting at a possible long-term uptrend for ADA. Now, I'll tell you guys, and I'll preface this, I'm not a sunshine pumper on a cloudy day. If the markets are dog shit, I'm going to tell you guys that straight to your face. If they're doing well, we're going to talk about that, but we're not going to kind of, like I said, pump sunshine on a cloudy day when it's not there, all right? But I do believe in Dan for the most part, and I think that what we are seeing right now is that there are a lot of buying signals that are going on right now. This is something, as we look into this breakout possibly, we have seen a moving average start to appear, hinting at a possible uptrend reversal. Also, the RSI is between 50 and 60, which is reflecting a lot of buying strength. Now, this is something where we talk about it. The long-term price target for Dan is $10. That's what I had when I first bought my first ADA. My kind of goal, if you will, my strategy was $9 to $12. That was my first ever kind of, I guess you would say, concrete play that I made within cryptocurrency, all right? But as we look more so into it, a lot of key patterns are showing. This is something where we've seen resistance for Cardano. We've seen a lot of technical analysis of the chart, and this is something as we've looked to break out from this descending trend line to signal the end of a continued downtrend. I think this is where we have to go macro for a second and understand there are a lot of things happening with the tariff wars, happening overseas, happening in the States. This is a very tumultuous time to be alive, not just for crypto traders, but just look at the NASDAQ, for example, taking one of the biggest hits in a one-day stretch that we've seen in a long time, okay? So please keep that in mind. Crypto is going to get hit harder. It's going to be more volatile. It's going to be more affected by these ebbs and flows, okay? And that's kind of what it comes down to. But I will tell you guys, if this is something where we do get that double bottom up here, we do get the cup and handle that will form. This is where there's a lot of bullish things right now that could present ourselves with a huge opportunity with Cardano right here around 60 cents, okay? But also, you want to kind of talk about the other side of the argument. There might be some more blood in the water before we get to where we're going to. I think, it's just, we're so jumpy. Okay, we're just so jumpy as crypto traders. You look at kind of what Donald Trump, he opens his mouth, he starts talking about the economic agenda a little bit earlier, and then boom, all of a sudden NASDAQ tumbles, boom, crypto tumbles. It's something where this sell-off is, hinting at recession, all these talks. But hey, if crypto's out there to be what they're actually supposed to be, the ultimate hedge against inflation, a true stable asset within times of, economic trouble. I think that's kind of where we get back to our roots. And that's kind of the whole goal and mantra of crypto, is to take the centralization out of finance, to become decentralized. And Cardano right here today, they do have a very good governance model. They do have a very good roadmap, and they have not been affected as much as other cryptos out there. Maybe right now because of the significant uptrend that they've had with the announcement from the strategic reserve, the inclusion of ADA in within that. But when it comes down to it, guys, nothing has changed. We are no different utility-wise as what Cardano can offer the world. We are no different than we were back on March 2nd when Cardano was over $1, okay? So take that for what it's worth. Use your crypto experience, use your trading strategies to your advantage. If you swing trade Cardano, if you buy and sell, or if you're just a holder, please understand that there's nothing that has changed intrinsically with what ADA can bring to the table in quite some time. All right. So this is just noise. It's not news for me. We've experienced crashes, we've experienced corrections, and just kind of wanted to let you guys know how I feel, because it is kind of a put up or shut up mode for a lot of people. And like I said a little bit earlier, we do get a lot of motion within crypto. Anytime money's involved, there is emotion. And with any emotion, you make decisions that aren't necessarily rational. You do things that you probably shouldn't do. And that works both ways. When the market's going down and it's tanking, that's kind of where you could be emotional and make mistakes. And the same thing goes when it's on a high trend, right? Cardano pumped 60% in one day almost. And did anybody take profits? Probably not. Okay, so that's kind of what it comes down to. You guys are smarter than this. We need to have a very good exit strategy with all crypto. And you know, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, but I will tell you one thing, that if you have been watching my stuff, we have hinted at the fact that, you know, Donald Trump, when he's talking all things good about crypto, the market goes down. When nobody's really saying anything and the market pumps, that's kind of when you see the manipulation, if you want to call it that, really does happen at the top. And I think that's been very prevalent in today's markets. And also, I think as we move forward, we're going to get a little bit more and more and more of that. Okay. And that's just how I feel about it. So stay strong, stay safe, stay vigilant. I don't think that we have anything to worry about. My views on Cardano have not changed one lick from today's video than we were talking about it back when Cardano was under 25 cents, way back when. Okay, so keep that in mind. I know it's pain. I know it's hard looking at your wallets, but we're not here to basically make friends. This is a very volatile sport. This is crypto trading. And I think as we move forward, that's going to be the narrative that we shift to, because you know, the market is probably the best environment we've had for crypto traders in the history of crypto. And talk about pro-regulation, what's happening at Washington, but there's so much noise that's happening overseas and amongst the states right now, with just what's happened so quickly, that I think that this is something very natural since Donald Trump has taken office. Okay, and the people out there that are blaming Trump for the crypto crash, take a look at his wallets. His crypto's down just as much as ours is. Okay, he's getting hit a lot harder too for the amount of, that he owns of significance. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. Let me know down below in the comments. What do you think of this video? What do you think of my comments? I want to know where your guys' heads are. All right, and that part of me talking on YouTube and on Twitter and X is to kind of illustrate my thoughts moving forward. And I need feedback to do so. Okay, so it's good to have this discussion. But like I said, guys, I'm not panicking. I am stabled up in a lot of things right now, waiting on the sidelines, but there is going to be those opportunities where it's going to be time to strike, and that's kind of what we all have to be ready for. So I'll leave you guys with that. Appreciate you all tuning in. If you haven't done so, if you're watching on X, make sure you follow me on that platform. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want to get involved with some of our channel sponsors, I do have exchanges that I'm partnered with. If you want to start trading today with BTCC, check them out. Links down below. A very good exchange that's been around for quite some time. There is a link where you can find some nice sign-up bonuses and whatnot. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.